Hello, my name's Patrick. Welcome to my show. I'm going to do a show me the average room in America. Show me the average room in the average house. Okay? There I am. Okay? Watch this. This is a Tibetan bell. See how it increases the energy? And eventually it goes up to 10. All churches, monasteries, all different religions use them. Go to the average room again, please. And eventually got to 10. You see that? Could you give me 4? That's the average room. There it is. Okay. Show me what these symbols do, frequency-wise. See how it keeps working and goes up. And you can change your room. If you want to use it for something special, it will change your vibration temporarily to a higher notch to do your prayers and meditation or just relax and have less evil in your house. They have tapes. There's Christian groups that have tapes. You can get Gregorian chants. You can get church bells. You can get all sorts of things. And the Tibetan have the same. Tibetan monks sell. Now they vary, depends on the monks, but the bells themselves, just bells, you can have play endlessly on a tape, or sometimes you can have a prayer or a mantra on a tape. You turn down the volume all the way, and that whole room will have that frequency. Especially if it's like, the All Father in Latin, Aramaic, English, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Turn the volume all the way low so you can not hear it almost. You hear it, and it will change the frequency of your room. So that's pretty neat. And of course, don't forget incense, and don't forget your holy water. All that helps. And sometimes when things are difficult, that helps too. Also, I came across some modern art, and the topic is very interesting. Be careful about what art you bring into your house, because you're bringing the vibration of that person, in particular original art. So show me. I came across Gustav Vivalin. Could you give me his vibration? Gustav Vivalin. Oops, it goes the other way. It's 0. All right, he's a 0. He's a Luciferian. He was a Norwegian sculptor in the 1830s, roughly. 1930s. He was born in 1869. Could you give me David by Michelangelo in Florence, Italy? So just give me that vibration, please. And it actually goes over 10. So when I get 10, I go into another chart in my head, and it's a very high. So Michelangelo, his work is very high. David is very special. Could you give me Gustav Vivalin Park in Oslo? There's 200 sculptures. The average vibration is a 0. He's a 0. He's a Luciferian for some reason. I don't know a lot about him, but what struck me, I was on the internet and I came across his work, and I've seen his work before, and you don't feel good. You look at it and you don't feel good, and that's like the Renaissance and the classical. They're trying to get to ascetics, truth. There was this will that art was doing truth, and this guy came along, and he was very prolific. But when you see his stuff, it's odd. And I'm putting it up right now. I'll put it up here. And he has babies and infants, and they all look odd. And you feel it in your solar plex. Now, he was a contemporary of the Soviet Union. And they had this very hard, this heavy art. The buildings were heavy in the Soviet Union. And there is no aesthetics. There's no truth in it. They're selling you the scientific man. No connection to God, no connection to nature. That's what art is, connecting to nature. That's what the goddess energy coming into us now. As our planet increases in our frequency, we're going to have more goddess energy in all of us. The the Luciferians right now in the universities, in the Hollywood, in the finance, they're going to disappear. You're going to just see them disappear. And I don't know how in particular, but that is happening. And that's the old paradigm. And this Gustav Vivalin, his art will disappear. That type of art, because we're going to move back to a heart centered with God, with creation, with Christ, with the goddess energy, however you want to express it. It's the highest frequency we can. And if you can hang on for the ride, it's going to be one of the most important incarnations in all your incarnations on Earth. Okay? And that's that. So let's go do that one more time. Could you show me Beethoven's music? Show me Beethoven. Okay, and he's a 10. All right, Beethoven's a 10. Mozart is a 5. So I also, the modern art, things like the Guggenheim Museum of Modern Art in New York. Could you give me that, please? The average art and the Guggenheim. It's modern art. It's a 0. Give me the Renaissance in general. The Renaissance average, please. I'm getting like an 8. 8, when you switch it to people, that's the beginning of the saints. So people that are an 8 and more, that's the beginning of sainthood, where you're really making a quantum jump in connecting with the higher octaves, the higher frequencies, the higher light. And it can't penetrate down in earth, but it's going to now. It's going to be easier and easier and easier to do it because the planet frequency is increasing. So I wanted to show you that. And be careful of the art you bring into your house, original art in particular. You put it up on the wall, it's going to resonate whatever that person is. So try to get Michelangelo work on your wall. Get the original David. I mean, that's beautiful. But there's many art out there. And in particular, you can bring posters or art that depicts the subject matters, and the person, the artist makes a difference, and you just have to pay attention because, and this is just a caveat, a lot of indigenous art from Africa, they put curses on them. So if you bring them in, and I'm talking about the art indigenous from the 1880s, 1850s, they can destroy your life if you bring them into your house. So be aware. I have some art, and most of it's basic, average energy. It's nothing special, and but it's original art, so everything vibrates at a very nice level. And then I have other art. I don't have it around here, but you can bring in posters and put slogans on your wall. That's a higher frequency, like the Lord's Prayer in Aramaic. And do I have that? I don't have that coffee mug, but I have it in Aramaic. And, people don't have to know what you're doing. So if they come into your home, they won't know what you're looking at. You're just trying to get a higher frequency. That's it for today. I know that was a lot to take in, but we're living in that time where we're going to have to differentiate what we want to bring into our life, what thoughts you want to bring into your life. If you're watching CNN, you're going to be globally low vibration. And so if you do watch it, try to keep it to a minimal. Try to get the news in a couple minutes and things like that, and then step away from it. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. Bye-bye.